Well, it is 171 for 9. It started, yeah. I mean, just give me a minute. Some problems, yeah. There's too much of light, that's the thing.
Okay.
So, yep, 171 for 9, the highest score by England in this series. And really, if you look at it, it was a tale of two halves. England can't play spin.
Yeah.
Certified. Second point,
That's an established tale now.
second point, England can't play spin.
Okay.
So Varun Chakravarthy has gotten 5 wickets and he's now become the first ever bowler, Indian bowler, to take 10 wickets in a bilateral series, T20I bilateral series, with 2 games still to go.
Yeah.
And England, luckily, they managed to ensure that thanks to Ben Duckett's 50, he really loves Rajkot, by the way. He scored 100 last time around. He scored a 50 now. Then he has managed to hit a brilliant 50 here. Liam Livingstone's blitz ensured that England have at least reached 171 for 9.
Yeah, from a
But
time
on
that
this
for about a
wicket-
score of about 130 that they'd lost 6-7 wickets.
Yeah, they were.
It's a very good recovery.
Yeah, indeed. So let's just get it here. I mean,
Yeah.
there's this light which is troubling us a lot.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, so imagine they had started off at 74 for 1 in the first 8 overs, and then after that, they've just collapsed. It has been an epic collapse yet again, highlighted by the fact, like, what excuse can Harry Brook give?
What do you call this collapse?
Inability to play spin.
No. This collapse, Siddharth, I think, is called Varun Chakravarthy.
Oh, yes. I mean, the mystery spinner. Like, what's Sunil Gavaskar on air pointed out? Bhajia spinner. He can actually weave a web at this point in time. But then,
so again, are we? Is this down to the inability of England to play spin, as you say, or was the Indian bowling for you just the better of the two facets today?
85%, 85-90%, it was England's inability to play spin. The 10% bit is India continuing to raise a notch when it comes to their bowling, consistently delivering the goods, consistently ensuring that they don't let the England batters get away. I mean, look at it. Every batter tried to sweep, but Chakravarthy is a guy who skids the ball through. If you sweep, you may be either caught in front. If you try the cross-batted shot, you are in trouble. This is what happened. Livingston at least capitalized on the fact that, okay, Ravi Bishnoi had an off day today. Ravi Bishnoi conceded those 3 sixes, and that's why he had an off day. Akshar Patel, okay, went for runs, but he took wickets also. Mohammad Shami also didn't impress on comeback, but although he looked rusty, the final over that he bowled, his top speed was 127 kmph. He was trying the variations. But England could have been in a much better state. You needed 200 plus on this wicket.
So England, I want to know from you, Siddharth. England were accused of being mindless in the second T20, like really going for those shots which weren't on. Would you say that they made some progress from there today, or was this again a repetition of what we saw in Chennai?
If you consider from being brainless to being confused, then yes, it is an elevation. The England players were totally confused. See, they either didn't want to attack too much, or if they attacked, they either risk getting caught.
Because
with the exception
last
of
time was just attack, and it went, wickets.
But at least they put up a fight. If I can give credit to England, let's not just overtly criticize them. This approach kind of worked, but they're still 10-15 runs short. Imagine if they had 175 on the board in Chennai.
I'd say more. The par score here, Siddharth, is anywhere around 200.
Yeah, it is.
So they've made a good recovery. You have to give it to them. They've made a good recovery thanks to Ben Duckett
and Livingston.
But it's still an under par score, if you ask me.
It is very under par. I mean, the average.
Do they have the kind of quality in their spin arsenal that Varun Chakravarthy possesses to rattle the Indian side? I doubt
it too, because see, the average score, like you pointed out, in Rajkot is 179. Average score. They are 8 runs below that. This wicket, already you're seeing the dew factor coming in, and it's
now. But Siddharth, I was listening to the thoughts of some former cricketers who've now seen more domestic cricket happen around Rajkot, and they feel that 200. Actually, stats aside, 200 is what teams mostly target and get at Rajkot in recent history, if that's to go by. So by that logic, I feel that they're good. Because is this a two-pace wicket? we saw Chennai being a two-paced wicket, which is why there you needed that mix of aggression and caution, which you
From
saw
Tilak
from
Verma.
Tilak Verma.
Yeah. But,
Today,
you know,
though, let's take that Phil Salt wicket for example.
yeah. What was Phil Salt doing?
Exactly my point.
Ever since he's been picked by RCB, he's not been
No,
doing
you
it.
just have to find reasons of saying that, right?
It's the truth. It's the truth. See, that time the ball stopped on Phil Salt. So he chipped it straight to cover. And that to Hardik Pandya had given out a full half volley. Yeah.
But I think credit to the bowler. I think he rolled his
He
fingers
rolled his
over.
fingers. Okay. Then after that, it was all going smoothly until the collapse happened. Varun Chakravarthy, he's not spinning the ball a mile. It's just accurate stump to stump bowling with a little bit of spin. And that is what is confounding England.
It's his wrong one, Siddharth, that England are struggling with now for 3 matches on the trot. We saw it with Butler, we saw it with Harry Brook as well. Clearly, no idea. And today, the others also, the others also falling into the same trap. The one thing they tried doing differently to Chakravarthy today was try to sweep him.
Yeah.
But that didn't work to their liking either.
What excuse can Harry Brook give? He fell to if you look at it, the most expensive bowler of the day today. He fell to Ravi Bishnoi, who has hit for 3 sixes by Liam Livingstone. What is the excuse that Harry Brook will come up with now? Smog, breeze is done. Okay? Kathiawadi food. Because he got a bottom edge and it rolled back onto the stumps.
Yeah.
Imagine, Ravi Bishnoi didn't do his classical celebration like this. He was laughing.
Yeah.
It was mocking Harry Brook at this point in time. So, this is the mindset. If England go on to lose this, it's yet again their inability to play spin. And I said it twice, I'll say it for the third time. England can't play spin. But imagine if India's batters don't come up trumps. They almost fell flat in Chennai. It needed a Tilak special to pull them through. If they repeat the same mistakes here with Sanju struggling in
The one thing
plays,
I'm interested to see today is the kind of bounce on offer, because Hardik was getting some decent bounce. He in fact took Phil Salt by surprise in his first over, I remember. So I think there's good carry as well. Something that you saw in Chennai too. There was decent bounce, and the England bowlers in patches, I would say, were making good use of that bounce.
Yep.
Today though, it'll be interesting because again the two teams, the make of them very, very different, and we've seen that for 3 games now. England continue to stick with their pace battery. India don't want to be looking too much into their pace battery.
What is flummoxing is that why aren't they picking a Rehan Ahmed? Rehan Ahmed is there, he's a spinner. Yet you're persisting with the Livingstone, who is not a top bowler. If you look at, he's a part-timer at max. So I'm worried about the fact that why aren't they learning even after 2 losses? So that is why I think England are missing their bowling combination. They've got it alright. If they had another spinner, a Rehan Ahmed, the proper full-time spinner, I'm not saying he'll run through the Indian batting, but at least he'll ask questions.
I was listening to the thoughts of Zahir Khan as well, and I think he said that the one thing they're missing is they need to be finding ways of getting 8 to 9 overs of spin bowling. In fact, I think he said 10. Though I feel at times, you've got to look at it venue by venue. Maybe 10 overs of spin can be too much at times, but the Indian team is willing to go ahead with that, because when you get those 10 overs cumulatively from the spinners, a couple of those spinners are also those who can clear the boundary for fun. I'm talking about Aksar and Washington Sundar. Again, clearing the boundary isn't.
Why I've spoken about the England team being very cautious. Look at the over bowled by Abhishek Sharma. Just 4 runs in that over. When there were settled batters at that point, we'll have a detailed discussion, Sushant and Mohammad Shami, because the Indian batters are coming out now. We'll have a detailed post-match session which will last for an hour. At that time, we'll discuss all about Mohammad Shami, about India if they win. England if they manage to pull one back, but it's looking very, very difficult. Look, Sarat Chandra Abhishek is a proper spinner thanks to England.
That's Sarat Chandra, that's pushing it a bit.
He's become a proper spinner because of England.
He does conventional spin. He does orthodox spin. That's it.
Exactly.
He can vary his pace at times, which is something good, but to say that he's a proper spinner, he has the arm ball and all. No, not quite. Let's wait. Let's wait on that.
So yes, tricky chase. I think we are seeing a repeat of Chennai, or it's going to be an easy.
I think Rajkot Siddhartha. I don't see, because That was exactly the reason why Surya had no qualms in deciding to bowl first. So
Yeah.
it should, if you ask me, be a
Big game
comfortable
though,
win,
yeah, big game for Sanju because he struggled against quality pace a bit. So that's why
especially the bounce.
bounce, yeah, and crucial game for Surya with the bat because he's not performed well for quite some time now. So yes, I think India should cross the line, but it won't be an easy chase.
I have a different feeling. I
Yeah.
feel the Indian batters could come good today, and that's what I'd like to
Yeah,
see.
exactly. So yes, we'll be joining you for the detailed discussion on the post-match. A lot of other factors we'll be talking about: India win, India lose, or any of the other factors. So we'll be back after the match ends. Hopefully, India take a series lead. But then, until then, subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Lot more videos coming up on Bumrah, on Virat Kohli. It's all coming to you soon. So subscribe, tap that bell icon, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. Bye bye.